Hey guys, this is ggurface, and I'll be talking about game number 5 between MorroW and HuK. MorroW is playing as the red Terran at the lower left hand corner, and HuK is playing as the purple Protoss. Ooh, I think MorroW actually took HuK's color. HuK was red Protoss for the last 4 games. In any event, the map is Kulas Ravine, and both these players have been playing some very nice Starcraft in the last 4 games, and I hope to see some of the same in this game, as both of them are wishing each other good luck, have fun. We will be going a little bit quicker for this game as it gets underway. HuK is currently scouting, and he's going to be scouting in the wrong direction, and MorroW put down a supply depot near his base and a barracks at an unusually further position from his main base, and HuK is just putting up his assimilator as MorroW is putting up his refinery. HuK's probe does come into the base, and now he's checking around, and he can't actually find the barracks, and he's trying to find it, and he will catch a glimpse of that SCV, so I think he will know that the SCV did build something to the side of the base. As both players are powering the economy up, I think MorroW has actually gotten a tech lab. Maybe we'll see some Marauder or Reaper action relatively soon. A Zealot is actually coming out for HuK at the moment, as he's still powering the drones, the probes, as MorroW is going through and getting some additional barracks. Cybernetics core going down. MorroW still has not yet found HuK at this time. The Zealot is near the back of his mineral line, maybe sensing some funny stuff about to happen. This SCV is running across the map, as well as one Marauder. We do see concussive shells being researched for MorroW at the moment, and this SCV is coming into the base, and he's gonna go forward, and this Zealot should be enough to deter him, and no, he's actually going to go back to the mineral line, and there's one stalker in the back preventing this SCV from getting any more information, and the SCV does go down for the moment. Warp gate is being researched, and concussive shell is, I think, about 50% almost complete. Additional Marauders, a second barracks going up. No factory has gone down. I think another tech lab, a reactor this time, going down for the second barracks. We do see 2 Marauders in the middle. Very good unit against the stalker. But there are 2 Zealots, as the concussive shell has finished, so these Marauders could actually kite all 3 units around the entire time if he wants to. Warp gate currently being chrono boosted. Additional Marauder. This Marauder was actually checking this part of the map to see if there was any proxy pylons, and now he's going to check the other side. Always a very good idea to check for proxy pylons, as they are very vicious in their ability to spawn units pretty much anywhere. We do see 2 Marines coming up, as well as 1 sentry for HuK. I think MorroW's thinking about expanding here, as he has picked up a high yield and he's leaving his SCV in the middle. We do see a couple of Marauders at the middle controlling the control towers. It's very difficult for the Protoss player to take control of the game versus a Terran player, because those Marauders are very deadly against both Zealots and Stalkers, especially when they have the concussive shell upgrade. They can just kite them around all day, all night if he wants to. STEM is currently being researched by MorroW, and wow, we do see a lot of SCVs and probes. Not as many probes, I think. There was a mule in there as well. STEM is currently still being researched, and he does put down an expansion at the high yield. At the same time, the Terran player is expanding. HuK is actually checking around the map to see if there's any hidden barracks or factories floating around, and he will not see any. Now we might see an engagement, and their Marauders are engaging, and he needs to put down some good force field, and very good force field placement. These Marauders are stuck in the back. 1 Zealot's actually working on them. It takes quite a number of shots from the Marauder to kill a Zealot, and he will take down 1 sentry, and the final Marauder does go down, but 2 Marauders should be able to kite these Zealots all day, no problem. Additional reinforcements coming down for MorroW at the moment, and a robotics facility going down for HuK as he sees the number of Marauders. Maybe he's going to get some Colossus or Mortars to deal with those units, and this base is almost complete. I think MorroW doesn't have any idea about it just yet. Yes, he does not see the expansion at the goal for MorroW, so HuK doesn't actually know about it just yet, and he's thinking about putting down a building. Yes, he's going to put down the robotics bay, a good choice against infantry, but he is going to be falling back in terms of economy, because he's not gonna have the gold expansion, as MorroW already has taken it and is gonna saturate it very soon, and we will see his income shooting up very quickly for the red player MorroW. at the moment, both players kind of standing on their side of the map. Well, more so for HuK, because HuK doesn't really have control with these Marauders and the concussive shells really taking away the map control from the Protoss player. Robotics Bay currently being warped in, and 2 refineries going up for MorroW as he's thinking about maybe breaking into the natural expansion of HuK. HuK has not yet decided to expand, but he has broken down the rocks. Maybe he's a little bit concerned about the amount of infantry his opponent has. If we take a look at the army count, it's relatively close, 60 to 65, and the unit composition are fairly even, I think, but there is going to be a huge economic advantage, as we can see almost double, a little bit more than double at the moment for MorroW, and MorroW is taking control of the middle as well as the side. He basically has 50% of the map, whereas HuK only has about his corner, and he's watching, this probe is actually watching these rocks fall, and he's deciding to push out with a good number of zealots, but I don't think he's going to be able to put down enough force fields to force those Marauders to engage his zealots, and that might not bode too well. We will see an engagement coming up. This Marine will spot it with the tower, and they're falling back slightly to sort of maybe lure them in. And now he's actually scouting around. He will see it with that Colossus, and when Colossus is out, now the Terran player MorroW does realize the Colossus is out, and he doesn't have anything to deal with it. He probably wants to build some Vikings, and he's actually going to catch some of these units off guard, and he's going to take them out. But he does take down 1 Stalker in that engagement. Additional Colossus being produced, while Marauders and Marines are being produced for MorroW. A proxy pylon going down. He really needs to retain vision of something, and we might see an engagement go off. These Marines and Marauders stem, and they're going to try to snipe this Colossus. Colossus is very close to death, but these Zealots can't really get a hold of those those Marauders, and those Marauders do run out of the range. This second Colossus was completely out of position, not a very good place for him to be, and now he needs to retreat, and he might be able to snipe off this second Colossus. If he's able to snipe off the second Colossus, it'll be critical. And this Colossus is almost dead. He does pick up with the medevac. He's going to drop them off, and he's trying to micro with the Colossus. He does kill off 2 Marines, but the last 2-3 Marines do take out that Colossus. Wow, very, very nice micro from both players. These units are very low on HP, but the medevac, very low on energy, will be able to heal them eventually. And the shields are regenerating for the Zealots as the Stalkers are falling back, and additional Colossus being built at the moment. Upgrade number 1 going down for MorroW as additional mills are being called down at the gold expansion, and we do see a floating factory going to scout around for any floater units or proxy pylons, and we do see another engagement. This Colossus will be key for this battle. If he can snipe it with the 2 Vikings and his Marauders, it will be absolutely devastating for HuK. HuK is warping in additional units inside his base. He could actually be warping some in over here, but he actually wants to fall back to his base and defend, as he doesn't feel that comfortable. He wants to get the second Colossus out, and the second Colossus is out. There are 2 Colossus out for HuK at the moment versus a very nice, tightly packed group of units. And we're going to see a battle relatively soon. I think, is the upgrade going to finish in time for the battle? I don't think it actually will be. I think it's still 0-0 versus 0-0 upgrades. At the moment, 2 Colossus walking across trying to get control of this tower to see exactly where the unit position are for MorroW, and MorroW is going to float this factory back to see where the units are for HuK. Both players playing a mind game of chess right now, and he's going to be able to take control of this control tower, and he does take control, and MorroW is falling back a little bit, making a lot more Marauders and Marines, and we might see an engagement. These 2 Colossus will be key. If he's able to snipe them off, it will be huge for MorroW, and these Colossus are moving too close to position. And they're actually take down all of the Zealots and Stalkers, and now 1 Colossus go down, 2nd Colossus is going to go down, and I think that might be it. HuK does call GG. What a quick game, great micro by both players. Hope you guys enjoy that. If you like what you see, please subscribe. This is ggurface. See you guys in game number 6.